Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most powerful and maybe one of the most misunderstood forces in all of human history. It's an art form, really, that shapes our world in ways you might not even notice. So, let's get into it.
So when you hear the word seduction, what comes to mind? Just simple attraction, maybe? Well, true seduction is so much more than that. It's a force that's been wielded by incredible historical figures. Think Cleopatra, captivating Roman generals, or even John F. Kennedy, whose charisma just defined a whole era. It gets confused with simpler things all the time, but as we're about to see, it's a far more complex and subtle art.
So what is this irresistible call? Well, you might be surprised to hear that it isn't some ancient, forgotten secret. Nope. In fact, it's all around us, every single day.
And make no mistake, we are constantly being influenced by this siren's call. Think about political campaigns, commercials, your favorite movies. They all use these principles to grab our attention and stir up our emotions. And the crazy part? A lot of the time, we don't even realize it's happening.
For centuries, people have been fascinated by this kind of power. This is a quote from Marguerite de Valois, a French queen from the 16th century, and it really gets to the heart of it. Seduction isn't about overpowering someone's will. It's this subtle, complex force that it defies simple logic. It's not about brute force at all.
Okay, so to really get a handle on what this art is, we first have to talk about what it is not. And this is the key. This is the distinction where most people kind of get it wrong.
The source material makes this really crucial distinction. Persuasion, it's direct, it's argumentative. It can even feel like a battle of wills. But seduction? That's a whole different game. It's a sophisticated art. It's indirect. It works on emotion, not on logic. And the whole point is to create pleasure and to induce a willing surrender. It's really the difference between a dance and a duel.
The origin of the word itself tells us everything we need to know. It comes from the Latin seducere, which means to lead astray. It's about guiding someone, leading them. It's not about pushing them or forcing them. You're simply leading them down a path that they find pleasurable to walk down themselves.
And this right here is the core idea. Looking at the source text, you see how it's described a timeless art form, a psychological process of creating enchantment. That really emphasizes that this is a craft. It's something to be studied and understood, not just some blunt instrument you can swing around.
So, okay, if it's not about force, then how does this art of enchantment actually work? I mean, what's going on psychologically?
The goal, the entire point, is to create this unique bond where someone wants to give way to the will of another. See, it's not a defeat for them, it's more like a release. And the key words here, the most important words, are willing and pleasurable. The whole process is designed to feel good for the person being seduced.
According to the source, a seducer follows this incredibly subtle process. But notice something really interesting here. Every single step focuses entirely on the other person. You study them to understand what enchants them. You build an atmosphere tailored to them. You stir their desires. The entire art is one of complete outward focus.
And here's the effect of all that. When it's done skillfully, the other person's focus completely shifts. Their mind, which is usually buzzing with their own worries and to-do lists, suddenly becomes filled with thoughts of you. The source calls this a low-level enthrallment. It's this subtle, constant preoccupation.
All right, so let's pull back from the world of romance for a second and see how this power operates out in the open, in plain sight, because this is where you can really see its true influence.
This psychological art isn't just for lovers, not at all. It's a fundamental part of social power. Whether you're charming friends at a dinner party, winning over colleagues in a big meeting, or just captivating an audience, the principles are exactly the same. Focus on other people, create a feeling of pleasure, and guide them willingly. And here's the crucial takeaway. Understanding this art can totally transform your interactions. When you learn to focus your energy outward, you gain this quiet confidence, and you'll just find that people naturally become more open, more responsive to you.
I absolutely love this quote from the writer Alexander von Gleichen-Russwurm. It sounds super dramatic, right? Demonic power. But it really captures the magic of it all. It's a demonic power because it's so incredibly effective, but it's based on passion artfully aroused. It's all about skillfully opening up a person's sensibility, not controlling it.
Which leaves us with a final and pretty fascinating question. If this whole process creates pleasure, and it results in a surrender that's totally willing, is it a dark art of manipulation, or is it maybe a gift? The gift of enchantment in a pretty mundane world. Perhaps it's just the art of leading someone astray, but doing it beautifully. What do you think?